Come with me to a place of wondrous contradictions. A place that is silent and unstirring, yet restless and alive. A place of untold peace and boundless dread. Come with me into the very cradle of darkness, where those who dwell alone. For Ann Coates, tonight is a momentous occasion. She's about to depart from Chicago's O'Hare Airport on the red-eye to Miami. Although Ann Coates hasn't flown on an airplane in 14 months, she is still carrying baggage from her last flight. A lot of baggage.
There it is.
Have a pleasant flight, sir.
Thank you.
You have everything.
Yes.
Your ticket, your paperback.
And a bottle of Dr. Harriman's knockout pills, just in case.
Something to wash them down with.
Thanks.
And your hands are already shaking.
I'm fine.
There is still time to back out. You could take the train down to Florida. Or if you wait another month, I'll drive down with you.
Driving? You know what they say, flying is safer than driving. Cynthia, I've got to do this. You know I do.
But of all the flights in the world, why do you have to take this one?
I started this trip 14 months ago, and it's time I finished it. Okay, I admit it, I'm a little scared, but I'll be all right. Really, I will.
Annie,
The nightmares are all behind me. I haven't had a bad dream in months.
Last call for Transcon Airlines Flight 1824 for Miami.
All set. Thank you. I gotta go. I'll give Mom and Dad your love.
you'll call me the minute you get in, you hear? I'll be worried until I hear from you.
I'm gonna get on the plane and sleep like a baby.
Miss Coates, it's nice to have you with us. Won't you come with me, please?
Sure.
Here we are.
There must be some mistake. My ticket's for coach.
No mistake, this is a free upgrade.
Oh,
It's the least we could do. If there's anything you need, anything at all, my name is Sherry, just ring for me.
that's very kind, thanks.
Could I get you anything before we take off?
You know, I think a good night's sleep is all I need.
How about a glass of warm milk?
Oh, that'd be terrific, thanks.
So, how's she doing?
A lot better than I'd be.
No doubt.
Careful, it's hot.
Thanks. You're right, it is.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'll get some soda water, make sure that doesn't sting.
Thank you.
Sherry, who is that incredibly beautiful woman?
Someone you should stay away from, Mr. Steinert.
Oh, Sherry, Sherry, Sherry. As many times as I've taken this flight, you can call me Jim.
You know, you don't have to hit on every woman who flies this route.
Only the lucky one.
I mean it, Jim. I want you to leave her alone.
The lady looks like she can take care of herself.
You think so? You remember Flight 720 last year?
Yeah, the one that went down in the ocean near Miami.
Out of 148 passengers, that woman was the one and only survivor.
No way.
She lost her little girl, she lost her husband, she lost everything, and I have strict instructions to handle her with extreme care.
In that case, I promise to tread lightly. Cross my heart.
Well, folks, they've finally cleared us for takeoff, so if everybody would just take their seats, check their seat belts, make sure their seats and tray tables are in the locked and upright position. I'll get us out there on the runway and on our way.
Miss Coates!
I'll be right back. Flying is safer than driving. Flying is safer than driving. Flying is safer than driving. I'll be right out. I'll have the pasta salad, please.
And what would you like to drink with that?
I came prepared, thanks.
The Chardonnay would go really nice with that pasta.
I'll stick with water.
I'll have the pasta too.
Mr. Steiner, you know there are some things you shouldn't have.
Thank you for the advice. But I know what I want. And I'll have it with the Chardonnay. I fly down to Miami 2-3 times a month. Big client of mine needs a lot of hand-holding. I guess you could say I'm just a born caretaker. How about you? Is this business or pleasure?
I'm going to see my parents.
Well, folks, it looks like we're heading into a little spell of turbulence here. We don't have anything on the chart, so it'll probably only be a few minutes. I am going to ask you to buckle up again, just to be on the safe side. I'll let you know as soon as we're past this rough patch.
Excuse me, could you try your earphones? I can't seem to get any music. Miss? Miss? Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Oh my God! Where did she go?
What flight attendant?
I know her. Ruth Mendoza, that's her name.
sorry. There's no one here on this flight by that name.
I've seen her before.
I don't understand.
Flight 720. She died on Flight 720. The earphones, they went out. And then everything went silent. Dead silent. I tried to talk to that man over there. I tried to talk to you. No one could hear me. It was almost as if I didn't exist anymore.
Miss Coates, listen to me. You survived a terrible ordeal, and here you are, on a plane again for the first time. It must be very emotional.
Stop it. Stop patronizing me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean... Look, I'm just trying to say it's very understandable that you're having trouble tonight.
I know what I saw.
Tell you what. Let me check with the captain, see how much more of this storm we have to go through, okay? Captain,
How we doing back there, Sherry?
I think we may have a little trouble in first class.
Coach woman? It's just my luck that she'd choose this flight. It would have killed her to take the bus.
Look, I hope you don't mind, but I know what you've been through. And I can understand exactly what you're feeling right now.
I'm not crazy. You gotta believe I'm not.
Of course you're not. Let me tell you, I played a little football in college. It was only Harvard, you know, so nothing much. But the Brown game one year, man, did I get my bell rung. And I kid you not. For 2 weeks, every night my dead grandfather came to my room to chew me out about missing that tackle.
the pilot said we should be through this weather in 15 minutes at the most. Then it's clear sailing all the way to Florida.
But there wasn't supposed to be any storm tonight.
Believe me, it'll be okay. We fly in this all the time. I'll come back to see how you're doing in a couple of minutes.
She's right, you know, there really is nothing to worry about.
The night we flew, it was exactly like this. The rain, the lightning, the thunder. Oh, God. It's Philip, my husband. He's looking at me. He's sitting right there.
Sitting where? What are you talking about?
What's happening to me?
What's the matter?
I've got to get off this plane. Please,
You have to stay calm.
my husband, the flight attendant, they've come back because I should have died with them. Don't you understand? They want me to join them.
Miss Coates, I'm Captain Dunbar.
Captain, you have to make an emergency landing. I have to get off this plane.
That's impossible. You know that. Now, these people you saw, the ones from the other flight.
It sounds crazy, but they were here, and they want me to die.
Why would they want that?
The night we flew, I was exhausted. On the plane, there was a row of empty seats in the back. I left my daughter Samantha with Philip. I went back there to take a nap. I didn't wake up until I felt the plane start to go down. I looked up to where I was sitting, and the flight attendant, Ruth Mendoza, had sat down there, and she was comforting my little girl. Don't you see? If I was sitting where I was supposed to, I'd have died too.
Okay. Miss Coates, I can understand why this turbulence has got you spooked. If you just hang in there for another few minutes, everything will be all right. I promise.
Mommy, why did you leave me? Why did you leave me? Why? Why?
My baby.
She was perfectly fine before takeoff. It wasn't until I went to check on her meal that... At first I thought she was just asleep.
It must have been her heart.
No, it's too late to turn back to Chicago. We'll deplane the body when we land in Miami. Get a blanket. Cover her up. If she makes you uncomfortable, we can move you to another seat.
No, I'm all right. Thank you.
Okay.
You know, when it's my time to go, I hope I go just like her. In my sleep. Peacefully.
The power of guilt. For some, it's merely an obstacle in life's path that one learns to surmount. In the case of Ann Coates, it was more like traveler's aid. helping her finally arrive at her journey's end, the destination she set out for so many months ago.
Oh yeah, nothing like the weekend. Once again, it's on.
Saturday night at the local tavern. Spirits are working their magic, offering the intoxicating promise of a need fulfilled, the need for human companionship. Eric Duke is needier than most. It's been 1 month since his wife divorced him, 1 month of painful solitude. Tonight, he's decided to put the past behind him and start searching for companionship. But darker spirits still lurk within Eric, spirits of seething anger, of pent-up rage waiting to explode.
Hey, baby, let me buy you a drink. A liberated woman. I'll drink to that. Here's to liberation. Just so happens I'm a liberated man myself, you know. Hell, I even got the divorce papers to prove it. Yes, sirree. I'm as free as a bird and ready to sample some of life's sweet pleasures. Try to be social, and they spit in your face. Women, all alike. All card-carrying members of the same union. And guess who winds up paying the dues? All the man wants is a little tenderness, a little warmth. Is that too much to ask for, Jack?
Hey, Ricky boy. What's up, man? It's good to see you. Finally came out of hibernation, huh? So tell me, what's it like to be a bachelor again?
Like $1 million.
I mean, no sense sitting around the house feeling sorry for yourself, trying to figure out what went wrong.
It's her fault, not mine.
Well, there you go. I mean, we both know there's more fish in the sea, right? It's just a matter of keeping your bait fresh and your line in the water. Where are you going, man?
Celebrate my freedom. I'm gonna catch me a big one.
Well, don't forget the reeler in slow.
Here, let me get that for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Waiting for somebody?
Taxi. I called twice in the last hour. They still haven't come.
Sorry to hear that. Where you heading?
Service station by the highway entrance. I was driving to Medford when my clutch gave out.
Medford? That's a long ways from here.
Tell me about it. I have a final tomorrow morning that I can't afford to miss.
I can give you a ride.
Thanks for the offer, but cab should be here any minute.
Never know. Saturday nights are busy.
I wouldn't want to put you out.
It's not a problem. Highway station's just a couple blocks from my house. Unless, of course, you got a problem riding with a fridge. Eric Duke, major appliance troubleshooter at your service, man.
Lena Gibson. Tired of waiting for a taxi.
I do most of my repair work with Skinner's appliance store. I also buy junk units, fix them up, and sell them good as new. Yes, sirree, refrigerators are my life.
I don't remember passing through these woods.
It's a scenic route. You relax, have a swig. Help warm you up.
Don't touch me.
Damn it, I knew it. First time I saw you sashaying around the bar.
You can let me out here.
Just like my ex-wife, Margie. Nice queen. Colder than the coldest refrigerator.
I'll find my own way back.
A sweet little college girl like you could learn a lot from a fridge.
Please, just let me out.
Low maintenance, dependable, serves ice cold beer night and day. Let you take what you want with no complaints. No woman ever treated a man half as good. No woman ever will. out on me. Just like my wife. Just like my wife.
Why'd you have to run out on me like that?
I mean, hell, I'm a reasonable guy. I mean, if she could just ask nicely, I would. I mean, I'd let her go. It's your fault, Margie. If you hadn't dumped me, that girl would still be breathing. You killed her, not me. Come on, you can get yourself together. It's cool, everything's gonna be all right.
Let me out of here. Please.
Get yourself a beer. That's all.
What's up, Joe?
Yo, Ricky, what's a good word? Man, you are one sorry mess. You look like you've been hit by a truck.
What the hell are you talking about?
Big fish you went after. She must have tossed you around some, huh?
Yeah, she was a handful.
Oh, but you didn't get away, did you?
Eric Duke to the parts counter. The replacement motor came in on the Hager unit.
Oh, no rest for the weary, huh, buddy?
Refrigerators are my life.
Found a dirty condenser back here, Mrs. Hager. I cleaned it up for you, no charge.
I would certainly hope so, considering you promised 2 weeks ago to have it fixed in no time.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but we had to order your part.
2 weeks without a working fridge. You have any conception of the hell I've been going through?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have you know I was forced to go hat in hand next door to Lois Klempner. I had to beg her to store my food in her fridge.
Let me out of here.
I've been feuding with that woman ever since her dog Bowser started crapping in my tulip bed.
Please let me out.
All done, Mrs. Hager. Mr. Skinner will send you the bill.
Hey, where's my invoice?
I gotta go, sorry.
Hey, You're not going anywhere until you check this thing and make sure it works.
Of course it is. I just checked it. I know it is.
Well, then open the damn door to find out for sure. Well, come on, what are you waiting for?
You saw it. You know you saw it. You know you did.
Okay, fine. The light's on. You fixed it.
Talk to you later, Mike. Okay, Pat.
Heads up, fellas.
Sorry, Lou.
Hot stuff coming through.
Police are combing the area for a Medford College graduate student, missing since Saturday night. Lena Gibson, 22, was last seen at Jack's Roadhouse, where she was awaiting a cab.
Hey, Lil, where'd you put the emergency phone list?
Why? What's the problem?
Refrigerator's on the blink, that's what. Ice cream, butter, everything's melting down to mush.
So what the hell you telling me for? Call the repairman.
Hey, Eric. Hold your horses.
Bo, I'm running late, all right? But call Skinner's and they'll take care of it, okay?
Look what I found.
I'll be damned. I clean forgot you were here, Eric.
You don't understand. I can't help you back here, Bo.
Oh, now that's a hot one. Everybody knows you're the Surgeon General of refrigerators.
10 to 1 the thermostats could put.
Well, whatever's broken back here, Eric will fix it. Right, Eric?
Yeah. Surgeon General, right.
Duke, pick up the phone, Duke. Come on, pick up the phone. Where the hell are you? Mrs. Crane's been yelling about her freezer. You were supposed to be at her house an hour ago. She got calls to make, refrigerators to fix. I swear, Duke, if you're not at this office in 15 minutes, you're fired.
Please let me out. Let me out. Please. Please let me out. Let me out of here. Let me out of here.
Let me out!
Let me out! Please let me out! Please!
Let me out!
Let me out of here! Please! Please let me out of here! Please let me out!
Yo, Rick.
What are you doing here?
Just checking to see if you're still alive. I mean, it's been almost a month since you took off of work.
I've been under the weather.
Come on, Rick. You still moping about your marriage?
No. That's not it, Kenny.
Well, you're held up in here like some old recluse. Hey, you got any cold ones in the fridge?
No, don't go. There's something wrong with the fridge.
Oh, and you can't fix it? This I gotta see.
Hey, don't go in there. Hey, no, don't go in there.
What? Yeah, well, the problem seems to be fixed now, so I'll just give you a call later. Is that cool?
She's gone. She's really gone. So there I was, living like a hermit, cutting myself off from the two greatest joys life has to offer: women and refrigerators. And all because I let my imagination get the best of me. But you were looking at a man reborn, ready to give one lucky lady all the passion he's been keeping in storage. And believe me, baby, when I say that is a whole lot of passion. No good.
You need some help? Are you okay?
All right, thanks. I'd like to return the favor.
Maybe you can. I was just about to call a cab.
I can give you a ride wherever you need to go. Where you want to go?
Home?
Why are we going this way?
I figured you'd appreciate a more scenic route. I know I do. Relax. Let me warm you up a bit.
Geez, your hands are colder than
A refrigerator, perhaps? You would know, after all, refrigerators are your life.
Do I know you?
Do you?
I couldn't have been that drunk. You sure we've never met before?
Have we?
Something about your eyes.
Maybe we knew each other in a former life. Anything's possible. Wake up, sleepyhead.
How long was I out?
A while.
What is this? Where the hell am I?
You're in my place. Don't you remember?
Not a damn thing. Not one precious moment.
That's okay, Eric. We have plenty of time to get reacquainted. All the time in the world.
Let me out!
I've taken you home with me, Eric, to give you the warmth and tenderness you've always craved.
Oh, God! Please help me! Please, God!
No woman ever treated you half as good.
Oh, yeah, God!
No woman ever will.
Let me out!
It is said that guilt-ridden conscience cries out for punishment, unleashing demons of the mind to pay for its sins. It is also said that those who die unjustly do not go gentle into the endless night. That their souls can only be stilled by exacting retribution. From beyond the grave, vengeance is a dish served cold. This is the domain of a writer, a place where words and ideas should dance upon the page. Unfortunately, the writer who lives here is Clayton Wagner, a former best-selling author whose one great novel was 7 years ago. Now forced to accept whatever petty assignments are thrown his way, Clayton suffers from the worst affliction a writer can have, he can no longer write.
Nice and hot. Just the way you like it.
Beth, I'm trying to work here.
Still not coming, is it?
No, it's not coming. I'm a serious novelist. I'm not a romance writer. Should never have taken this assignment.
But Dean says if you just get back in circulation,
Beth, Dean's an agent. He's not a writer. He doesn't have to crank out this garbage. And under a pseudonym, no less. Constance the Loveburn. What kind of name is that anyway? Sounds like a sexually transmitted disease.
Maybe a walk would help. Or going to the library, something to distract yourself.
Beth, you know the only way I can work is without distractions. I have to stay right here until this block goes away.
Well, what if it doesn't? You know, I don't mind working these extra shifts, but with all the bills...
Oh, great. As if I don't feel enough pressure here.
Clayton, I am not the enemy. I am your wife.
You don't know what it's like, Beth. Facing this blank screen. Writing something that's not from the heart. I mean, look at this garbage. Only passion could unlock the secrets of her longing. What do I know about passion and longing?
You used to know a lot about them. You know, these last 7 years haven't been easy for me either. But I still believe in you, Clayton. You will get your inspiration back. You've just got to have faith.
Faith. Hello? Hi, Dean. What a nice surprise. No, it's not too late. I was just working.
Clayton, are you blocked again?
Blocked? No way. The fact is, I'm on a roll here.
That's what you said about the Esquire article last year and about that review for the Times the year before.
Trust me, Dean. We're talking book awards here.
Forget that highbrow stuff. This is a romance novel. It's gotta be steamy. The housefrows who read this stuff want fantasy, not art. Clayton.
Fantasy, right.
So where are we? Last chapter, I hope?
Yeah, just doing a final polish.
Look, Clayton, I put my rep on the line just to get you this gig. Now, I want a first draft of that on my desk Monday.
Monday? Well,
Yeah, that gives you 5 days. But then you've already had 4 months and 2 extensions, right? I mean, 140 pages. How hard can it be?
not to worry, Dean. It's as good as done. Hey, you over there!
Reach 911. If this is an emergency, please stay on the line and...
Miss, please open. No. Thank God you're alive. I saw you across the courtyard. The knife. I was afraid you'd...
Killed myself? If only I could.
What's wrong? What happened?
He left me. I gave him my whole heart and soul, and he...
If only I could write like you paint.
You wouldn't want to. It's too painful.
That's where passion comes from. Without passion,
You've lost it, haven't you? Maybe I can help you find it.
Look, I shouldn't be here.
But you are.
I'm also married. Anyway, you seem to be, okay.
Please don't leave. I don't want to be alone. I'm afraid of what I might do if I'm left alone.
Look, I don't even know your name.
Faith. My name is Faith.
Faith?
I know, it's old-fashioned.
No, it's just that my wife...
Yo, Mac. Sleep it off somewhere else. Come on, you heard me. Scram.
What time is it? Where is she?
What are you talking about?
The woman who lives here. When I came over last night, there were candles and paintings.
Look, pal. Nobody's lived here since that wacko committed suicide 3 years ago.
What?
She was found with a wrist cut. Right where you were sleeping.
They stared at each other, the candlelight undressing their thoughts, and then, with tears still in her eyes, she pulled him down to the floor. I've got to admit, Clayton, I didn't think you had it in you. But this first chapter, whew, if the rest is half as juicy.
Dean, listen to me. I made love to a strange woman last night.
I knew you were getting help from someplace.
What's that supposed to mean?
You remember that little grad student you did the horizontal mambo with when you started Darkness at Morning?
Dean, this is different. This is crazy. This woman I slept with, she died 3 years ago.
Come again?
Her name was Faith. The janitor told me that a woman named Faith killed herself in that apartment over there.
Clayton, I don't care if she had 3 legs and blue skin. You keep riding this hot, and I'm going to make you a very rich man.
What was that about hot?
You should be very proud of your husband, Bev. He's got that old magic back.
See? I told you, darling, you just had to have faith.
And a little inspiration. I've got to get going. Clayton, keep up the good work. And don't let those creative juices back up.
Wow. Talk about hot.
What are you doing?
Come on, Clayton. You always let me read your stuff.
No, it's not ready yet.
Hello? Hello? Wrong number, I guess.
Don't answer it.
Clayton, what's the matter? You're acting like a crazy man.
Look, I've got a deadline. I can't have any distractions.
All right, Clayton, who is she?
What are you talking
The
about?
woman you're sleeping with, the one you're trying to hide from me.
Bev, I swear.
She's a neighbor, isn't she? Where is she, Clayton? What apartment is she in?
It's not what you think.
That's what you always say. I am sick of it, Clayton. I am sick of the lies, the cheating. For 7 years, I have supported you. God knows I've tried to be understanding, and what do I get in return? Heartache. The last time you were unfaithful, I looked the other way. I pretended nothing had happened. What a fool I was to think you could change. Damn it, Clayton! Look at me! The truth, Clayton. No more lies.
Bev, I swear to you, I haven't slept with another living soul.
What took you so long?
Stay out of my life.
Do you think you can sweep me off my feet and then toss me aside like you did that cloying little wife of yours?
Leave her out of this.
She was no good for you. She always held you back.
Stop it.
A nurse? A caretaker? What you need is a soulmate, a partner. I can help you.
Shut up.
Give you the passion to create.
Shut up!
You need me, darling.
No. It's my wife I need. I know that now.
Then why don't you tell her yourself?
No. I can't wait till Friday. I need my number changed now. As in today. Make sure it's unlisted. All right. Bev, I thought you aren't going to work.
But I can't leave my wife, he whispered. Yes, you can. I can give you the passion she can't, she moaned, as she guided his hungry fingers beneath her sheer black negligee.
Wait a second. I didn't write that.
How does it end, Clayton?
Bev,
No, don't tell me. I already know.
my hand to God, I swear, I've never seen this stuff before.
No, of course not. It was your little ghostwriter, Constance Loveburn. I hope you two will be very happy together.
Bev, wait. Okay. It's true. I saw her crying. I thought she was gonna kill herself. So I went over to help, One thing led to another.
I don't want to hear
No,
this.
you've got to. This woman, she won't leave me alone now. She's out of her mind.
You're plagiarizing. I've already seen that movie.
Except this is real, Bev. But with a twist that even I couldn't write. The woman is dead. She's been dead for 3 years.
Oh, I see. Well, that explains everything.
Bev.
Talk about writer's block. Can't even come up with a creative lie anymore.
Bev, I swear to you, it's the truth. Please, don't leave me.
Do me one last favor, Clayton. When you write that ending, don't make the wife beg him to come back. Give her some dignity.
I finished the book, you hear me? My words, my passion. You can't touch me anymore.
Is that you talking, or is Constance still polishing her dialogue?
Dean?
Yeah, who else? Look, Clayton, I just thought I should warn you.
I know. The book's due today. Don't worry, I just printed it out. Wait till you read this ending.
Well, that's great. But I'm talking about your wife. She just called me from work. Wouldn't leave me alone till I told her where the girl lived.
What?
You know Ghost Woman? The imaginary playmate? But what's the difference? You and I both know she's not real, right?
Beverly! Beverly, get out of there!
Clayton.
You came to rescue me. How romantic.
Bev, what are you doing here? Where is she?
Oh, don't worry. She's around. Somewhere.
Bev, I know I made a terrible mistake, and I realize how much I love you. I've been so wrapped up in myself that I blocked you out. I pushed you away. It's gonna be different now. I've even changed my story to prove it. Listen to this. As he walked away, she burst into tears. Don't go back to her, she pleaded. Your wife doesn't deserve you. But her only answer was the echo of his footsteps as he disappeared into the sunrise. The prodigal husband returning to the light of his life. So what do you think, Bev?
Sorry, Clayton. Wrong ending.
I told him to stay away, but the guy wouldn't listen.
How do you think this happened?
Maybe a mugger. Maybe he did it himself.
Come on. How could he slash his own face like that?
Hell, I don't know. I'm not a writer.
As he walked away, his wife burst into tears. Please don't leave me, she pleaded. But her only answer was the echo of footsteps as he disappeared into the sunrise with the light of his life, with faith.
A good author tries to put something of himself into his work, tries to imprint each and every page with his style, his very heart and soul, or as in the case of Clayton Wagner, his life itself. Welcome to the World Watchdog, the shame of the Fourth Estate, and home to journalism's bottom feeders, like James Rowe. It wasn't always that way for Rowe. Once he was a star reporter for an urban daily, a fearless muckraker on the fast track to the Pulitzer Prize. That is, until a congressman proved that Rowe had fabricated his facts. That was 5 years ago. Today, no respectable publication will touch him. So he's grabbed a last desperate fingerhold at the watchdog. He no longer dreams of Pulitzer glory. He aspires only to survive.
Row. Vatican to confirm St. Elvis.
So what if the king liked to watch young girls wrestle in their underwear? The Pope's bigger than that.
Look, pal, I hired you to write ferocious front-page stories, gutsy grabbers that will force people in the checkout lines to pick up this paper. You're giving me nothing but retreads.
Great retreads. Always punchy.
And always about Elvis and Liberace and UFOs. I want something new, Roe. I want a grabber. Something grisly, something galvanizing. Something that will justify keeping you on my payroll.
I think the key word is grabber.
Good old Melody. Nothing but heart.
She's a publisher. We've worked for worse.
I'm sick of it, Bob. Just once before I die, I'd like to use the word alleged again.
So get out.
Where to? No one else will have me.
Then go write that novel you're always talking about. After all, you do have a knack for fiction.
Yeah, I also like to eat. My car just busted a timing belt, and they're raising my rent next month.
Something juicy.
Bob, I never knew you cared.
It's from Melody's husband. Oh, isn't that sweet? He still loves her.
Hey guys, candy for everybody.
Why not?
When savage serial killer Dominic Palmer fried in the electric chair 6 years ago, the world rejoiced. The city had rid itself of one more mutilation-happy maniac. But has it? Doctors at Mercy Hospital report they've seen Palmer's ghost stalking the halls with a 9-inch knife identical to the one he used to remove the hearts from his victims. James, I knew you could do it. All you needed was a good swift kick in the brain pan. It's great, don't you think, Bob?
When in doubt, draw on your own experience.
Hey, that's right. You actually did interview Palmer when you worked at the Times.
A genuine exclusive. It wasn't easy, but I won his trust. He even let me walk the last mile with him. Just sat in that hot seat with a hood over his face, laughing like a hyena until the moment they smoked him.
Ro, I want more Palmer stories. We're going to build this into a series. Bob, let's run an extra 50,000 copies. This issue is going to sell, sell, sell. Let's go, people.
Who's there?
This'll do the job, Jimbo. Don't you think?
You got a minute?
For you, maybe 5.
Bob, something crazy happened last night. Something so twisted.
Hey, Ro, talk about divine providence. Check this out. Hot off the AP wire. A woman was found murdered in her apartment on the east side last night. Killer actually cut her heart out. It's Palmer all over again. Every detail exactly the same.
Terrific. A copycat. Some nutcase read our article
No,
and...
no, you're missing the point. It's Night Carver's ghost claims first victim. That's our angle. What do you think?
Makes me want to puke.
Oh, you hear that, Ro? Bob's nauseated. That means it's a winner. Ro, I want copy on my desk by 5. Bob, when you're finished throwing up, get the cover art rolling. Heavy on the red stuff.
Spare me the crisis of conscience speech, okay? Oh, I feel the magic coming.
You don't care who gets hurt, do you? As long as you get a cover story.
Who am I hurting? Nobody's dense enough to believe this stuff.
Somebody will because it's in print, because we claim it's the truth.
Can I help it if I have a fertile imagination? Why, just last night, I thought I saw Palmer in my kitchen checking out my Ginsu knives.
Why not? He's your creation.
Hey, Sally. How's the plate coming?
Okay.
Don't tell me it's already folding.
No, it's doing fine.
Then what's wrong?
Your article about Dominic Palmer?
You mean you read that? Come on, Sally. You know it's a lot of bull.
Yeah, the murder was real enough.
Look, 10 to 1 says the girl was killed by some psycho she met through the personals. I'm sorry if the story upset you, Sally.
I'll live.
If your heart had been pure, Jimbo, this never would have happened.
Excuse me. Can you step back, please? Get rid of these people, please. Back, please.
Sally, who would do a thing like that?
All that blood. I just can't believe it. He stood right beside my bed holding a knife stained with blood.
Mr. Rowe, Dominic Palmer is dead. He was executed 6 years ago.
I know. I was there.
So what you're saying is you saw his ghost?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was in this room. He even called me by name.
Tell me, Mr. Rose, do you read these newspapers?
No, I write for them.
Oh, I'll be damned. There's your name in little black letters. So tell me, do you actually believe the junk that you write?
No, of course not. Except this time it was the truth, only I didn't know it when I wrote it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rowe. I think we have everything we need. But if Palmer's ghost shows up, be sure and call the precinct at once.
You gotta believe me. Palmer is back. More innocent people are gonna die.
And not because of Palmer, but because some freak read what you wrote. So you think about that before you cook up your next headline, Mr. Rowe.
The man's an absolute genius. P.T. Barnum couldn't touch him.
Melody, listen to me.
I know we got lucky with the girl getting murdered across the hall from you. But making it a first-person story, now that's brilliance. That's what I hired you for.
But it really happened that way. Palmer was there.
Sure, James. Whatever it takes. Just keep that priceless copy flowing. There'll be a nice fat bonus in your check this week.
Nobody believes me. Not even you.
I believe your conscience is finally taking its toll.
I'm telling you, Palmer is real, Bob. He's come back to punish me.
Now, why would he do a thing like that?
That death house interview I did with Palmer, I changed some of what he said.
Why am I not surprised?
He told me a story about how his mother used to punish him when he was a little boy. She held his hand over an open flame on a stove. He even showed me the scars. When I wrote it up, I said Palmer did that to his little sister.
Of course, he was already dead, so what did it matter?
Right. Nobody wants to read about the humanity of a serial killer.
Doesn't sell papers.
Maybe that's what this is all about. Palmer wants to even the score.
The ghost is up here, James. All the lies you've written come back to haunt you.
Row here. Of course I remember you. Okay, when? Yeah, sure. What's the address? Right. I'll be there in an hour. That was Amy Palmer.
The whack job who married him on death row?
The very same. Says she has something important to tell me. Wants to give me an exclusive.
What do you think of it?
It's a very touching tribute.
You know what I loved about him the most? His sensuality. Dominic understood that sex and death are intertwined. He was always quoting Malcolm Lowry. How alike are the groans of love to those of the dying. You look so uncomfortable. Why don't you come over here and sit next to me?
I'm fine here, thanks.
You don't look fine. You look agitated. Are you agitated?
Look, Mrs. Palmer, you asked me here to tell me something. What is it?
He's back, you know. More beautiful than ever.
You've seen him?
Oh, sure. He came to me the night after the murder. He was covered in blood. And then he made love to me. It was unbelievable. He took me to a place...
I don't want to hear this.
Why not? You're a reporter, Jimbo. It's your job to write the truth.
Why did you call me Jimbo? Nobody calls me Jimbo.
Nobody but Dominic and me.
You go to hell.
Don't you even want to know what he said about you? He said it was so thoughtful of you to bring him back. And the more you write, the stronger he gets. The stronger he gets, the hungrier he gets.
Still cooking up whoppers, eh, Jimbo?
If I have the power to resurrect you, Palmer, I have the power to send you straight back to hell!
It won't work. I'm too strong now. And soon, I'll be so strong I won't even need you.
Are you out of your mind? Send him back to hell? We're selling like hotcakes and you want to kill him off?
You have to print it, Melody. It's the only way to stop him.
Look, James, I understand you feel guilty about your dead neighbor. I can see how you might think the watchdog bears responsibility in this matter. But we are not going to ruin the most lucrative franchise this paper's ever had because you believe in the boogeyman. Dominic Palmer's staying right here, stalking the streets, snatching the hearts out of every kind of warm puppy we can think of for just as long as those sales figures continue to climb. Now, hit that keyboard and write me that Amy Palmer exclusive. I want it on my desk by 3.
No.
What? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
It's gone too far. And now I've got to stop him. Don't you get it? I'm the only one that can stop him. You've got to run my story.
Mister, you're fired. You're history. Security, come to the publisher's office. Yes, I mean now. The hell with you. I'll write the story myself.
No, you don't know what you're doing.
Wrong, Ro. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Please, just publish this piece. You have to.
Get him out of here. Get him out.
Damn it, we can't keep doing this. We're killing people. This paper is killing people. This paper's killing people.
Got yourself fired, eh, Jimbo?
Where are you, Palmer?
And all because you wanted to print another lie about me.
Where the hell are you?
I don't need you anymore, Jimbo. And now it's payback time. Truthful reporting. I admire that. We're gonna sell a lot of newspapers together.
When a writer describes an event, or a character, or a place, it takes on a life of its own, becomes real in the mind of the reader, becomes as vivid as anything physically experienced. But don't take my word for it. You can read all about it on page 1. Larry and Ellen Calvin didn't know it, but this fateful, dreary night was filled with magic. The kind of magic that makes anything possible, even one's wildest ambitions. The Calvins have traveled from far away to meet Vance Delbert, Grand Master of Magic, who retired suddenly at the height of his fame.
Now remember, let me do the talking.
Welcome. You must be the Calvins.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Delbert, at last.
It's my privilege, Mrs. Calvin.
Ellen. And this is my husband, the amazing Calvin.
Please call me Larry. Let me take your coats.
I can't tell you what an honor it was to receive your invitation, Mr. Delbert. Larry has always been your biggest fan.
You know, ever since I retired 2 years ago, I've been searching for a young magician to mentor, but no one seemed to be quite right. There was something about your letter that set you apart.
Larry is a very quick study.
I sure hope so. Technique can be taught. What I'm looking for is ambition, the drive to succeed. That's what I gleaned from your letter.
Oh, believe me, we're ambitious.
Teamwork is extremely important to our craft.
We're a team, all right. Through thick and thin.
Vance?
Miranda, these are the Calvins.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mrs. Delbert.
It's time for bed, Vance.
I'll be right up, darling. Let me show you to your room. We'll talk magic in the morning.
We did it, Larry. We finally hit the mother load.
Can you believe the way that Delbert aged? He can't be more than 45, but gosh, he looks like he's 60.
He's gonna give us his secrets. He's gonna make us headliners.
What about that wife of his? What the hell's wrong with her?
Larry, who cares about his wife? Delbert is gonna teach you his illusions. No more kiddie parties. No more state fairs.
Hey, I thought we did pretty good at those state fairs.
The hell with the state fairs. We're gonna be opening for Wayne Newton in no time.
It's just that his illusions are so complicated. You know, I'm not the quick study you said I was.
But you can be, Larry. If you believe in yourself. You want to succeed, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Well, then that's all you need.
But what if I'm not good enough?
We're here to succeed. And that's all there is to it. Okay?
I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
Is there another reel? An encore, perhaps?
Anything in particular you missed?
Naturally, we were expecting your showstopper.
You must mean the mystery of the stainless blade.
It's only the greatest sword trick anyone's ever seen.
We never recorded the stainless blade on film.
Because you didn't want anyone to study it or copy it. What a shame. Larry was dying to see it, weren't you, Larry?
It's a hell of a trick.
The mystery of the stainless blade is what is called high magic. Mastering it requires great discipline, great endurance, and above all, commitment.
Would it be, asking too much to see a live demonstration of it? Please, Mr. Delbert. It would make Larry so happy.
What do you think, my dear? Are you up to the strain? Give us 15 minutes to prepare the library. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of high magic. A world where anything is possible. Certainly you are familiar with sword tricks, but I assure you this is no mere foolery. While honeymooning in Martinique, my wife and I happened upon a mystic, a keeper of secrets. As a wedding present, he bestowed on us this sword, all its magical powers. Examine the blade, if you will. Be careful when you finger its razor-sharp edge, for it is indeed an instrument of death. The mystic warned that only the committed ones, the true believers in magic, may keep the mystery of the stainless blade. We are the keepers. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the impossible. Nous sommes prêts. Nous sommes à vos ordres.
I'd give anything to learn that trick.
It looks so real. I'll never be able to do it like that.
Larry, how is Dilbert gonna believe in you if you don't believe in yourself?
I just can't figure out how it's done, that's all.
Well, just give it time, baby. Delbert will show you everything.
I'm telling you, Ellie, we ought to pack up right now and just get out of here as fast as we can.
Same old Larry. Still quaking in his boots. Thought of success.
I know what I heard. I know what I saw. There was blood gushing under the door.
Larry! It was a nightmare. You've had plenty of them before.
Honey, the woman was screaming in pain.
Have you been drinking again?
I have been sober for 6 weeks. You know that.
Fine. Then let's go have a look at your pool of blood.
Okay.
Now, are you satisfied?
It was here. It was here, I swear to you it was. You must have cleaned it up.
Larry, get a grip.
Is everything all right?
Fine. It couldn't be better. We were just admiring those beautiful antiques.
I was just about to fix some breakfast. Would anyone care to join me?
Oh, we'd love to.
Is Miranda coming?
I'm afraid my wife is recuperating this morning.
Oh my goodness, nothing serious, I hope.
No, just a bit of stomach discomfort.
Well, she seemed to be in terrible pain last night.
The practice of high magic is quite stressful emotionally and even physically. But I'm happy to report that Miranda is much better now.
But there was blood at your door.
Blood? What blood?
We really should get dressed for breakfast. We'll meet you downstairs. Listen up, and listen up good. I'm gonna go downstairs, and I'm gonna try and smooth things over, okay? And I don't want to see you going down those steps until you are ready to act like a rational human being.